Anybody else got an answer? Anybody got a different answer? Okay, remember, if you looked it up in the comic, what's going on with this part is they're in the stadium and they're being divided up into the good side and the bad side. And what does it say? Those on the bad side never came home anymore? What does that mean? What does it mean that they never came home anymore?
They
They got killed. So you can switch over to the bad side to live? And he switched over to the bad side because his family was on the bad side. So he switched over to the bad side to be with his family, even though that probably got him killed. Okay, so what do you learn about the Holocaust from this part? Any ideas? Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else put something down? What'd you write down? What do you got? Number 3. Okay. Alright. Who else got something? Yeah. Okay. Right here. Who can explain to her what the Holocaust is? One of his friends told him not. Come over here. What's the Holocaust? Explain to him what the Holocaust is. She's going to explain. Good. Good. There's a war between the Jews and the Nazis. This is when the Nazis killed millions of Jews and sent them to the gas chambers. Remember we talked about the death camps and the gas chambers? And that's what this story is about, right? If y'all remember. Talked about in the story we read how the Nazis took away the Jews' businesses first, and then they made them register and use coupons in order to buy food. And they couldn't buy enough food because they didn't have enough coupons. And then if you remember, some of the Jews, they tried to buy food without coupons and they got hung. Do you remember the hanging? And then they had to go to the stadium, and some of them got sent to the death camps, and some of them got to go home. Eventually, most of them got sent to the death camps, right? You've got the copy in the middle of the page in the middle of your table of the comic. So if you need to refer back to it, you've got it, all right? So last week, on your handout that we had last week, you should have circled a discussion question that you got assigned. Everybody circle a discussion question. Look at your sheet. You should have a discussion question on your sheet. From last week, the one from last week. So this group's number 3. Okay. So if you're number 2, raise your hand. All right. You all need to come over here. Work together. you look on your sheet you got today, right here it says your question. In that box, you're going to write the answer that your group comes up with. Write the answer to your question in that box, okay? What number are you? You're right number 2, and then you're all going to work on that answer together, okay? Both of you have to write. Write it together. Alright? You're going to work on it together. What number are you got? Who's got number 1? Alright. Come over here. Now work on that question from the other. So number 1, come over here. Alright, y'all gonna work on that together. What number you got? What? How you work here? Alright, you work with your number 1, okay? What you need to work with your whole group already answered it? You're number 6. Who's number 5? What number you got? Where's your sheet? Alright, you work on number 5 with her, okay? I see you already got it. Alright, you'll put it in this box.
That's the crowd that you use the same thing. Why would it be?
You got 4? What do you got? Alright, let's see what's going on.
I need a sheet of paper.
You're gonna put the answer on here. So the question's on your old sheet. You're gonna put your answer on this sheet in the box, okay? Y'all switch so y'all can sit with the person you're working with, okay? Alright, you got 9 minutes to work on the answer to your question, okay? If you need help, raise your hand. This is part of the class where it's okay to be talking to each other. You're going to turn in this sheet at the end of the class. You don't need to be talking to each other about what your answer is. We'll put it over here. And when, in this box right here, this is your question. Put your answer in that box. Make sure you get together. Where's my group number 1? My group number 1 needs to be over here. Working together.
We're going to have to explain it in front of her class.
Not in front of the whole class, so in your group. You're going to have to explain this answer to someone else in just 2 minutes. One of your classmates is going to be dependent on you to be able to answer this question.